Hello, I am Matt. I've been working on a Make a Difference project that is trying to reduce the stress of of middle schoolers going into high school. So I came up with this idea because a lot of my friends around me were kind of stressed about going into high school, and I was very outgoing about going into high school, and no matter how outgoing I was, it just seemed like they were stressed about these things, and some of them I didn't have answers to, and some of them I did. And I realized if my group of friends has this, then there must be quite a few other people around me in my grade who have it as well. And so I reached out to a couple of students and had them help me with this a little bit, but mostly I did this by myself. Um, so my goal was to try to reduce the stress of these students to a reasonable amount for while going into high school, so that way they can have a first successful couple of weeks, which can lead into a successful year, which can lead into a successful high school career. um, so we have done quite a bit so far, or I have. um, so I came up with the questions for the survey, and then I revised them, I edited them, I sent them to a couple of my friends that were in a Make a Difference group that was um, working. And so that was Lewis Hinkhouse, Drake Berry, Dylan Countryman, and Sam Torkelson. And they revised and edited that and got some of their and got some of the um, answers and questions that they think should have been put into my survey. And then I sent it out to the high school counselors and to Miss Oswald. And they all looked over it and approved it and said it was fairly good. So then what I did is I sent it out to the entire class of 2022, which is the 8th grade class, and had them fill out the survey. And I left it there for like 2 or 3 days, and I got about 35 responses and about 9 or 10 questions summarized in all. Um, and so that's about where we are right now. My current plan is to try to take a tour of the high school with the 8th grade students and um, answer any questions at the end, so that way they can also see what the layout looks like and they can get to talk with some of the high school students and some of the high school teachers. Um, so So, information on how you can possibly support me while I'm doing this. You like this idea? It sounds really good. What can I do to help? Um, Keep in touch with the counselors and um, your students to see if they are like really stressed about anything. If there's anything you can do to help bring that down, or if or if you need to contact like a teacher or somebody like that, or if you have the answer yourself. Just try to um, bring this up in conversation more, and um, try to get your student to be a little bit more open about being nervous, but that his or her questions can be answered. Um, so I feel like for me, this was a pretty big learning process. I was very stressed at the beginning that it would take me forever to make this survey and get in contact with people and send it out and gather all the results and do all of this that I'm doing right now and planning. um and so I was very concerned about that. And what I found was I took it step by step, and right now I am planning to a lot more outside of class with this, which is not something I really expected to do. Um, if you want some like statistics as to why stress is a big problem, um, about 70% of people are stressed by work. About 75% of people are stressed by money. These are pretty high numbers, according to the American Psychological Association in 2010. Now, granted, some of those numbers might have gone up or down based on current situations in the world, but it's still, that's pretty high. And this stress can lead to people feeling angered, depressed, or fatigued, or sometimes worse scenarios, headaches and um, lack of sleep and lack of eating. Um, and so there are quite a few ways that you can reduce stress. One of them is meditation, but only about 9.3% of people do meditation. And that's according to NCCIH. Um, but yeah, that's my project.